Yeah, if you want to live full out, and there's something that keeps repeating over and over again, and you notice that, I mean, this is so human. This is a human tendency that we have to point the finger at somebody else. But if we could see that that's what our tendency is as humans, and turn it back on ourselves so that we can be empowered, because if the other option is to say, I'm a victim and I can't do anything about it, and then you could live by default, or you could live by your own creation and create your life the way you want.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and a lot of people do. Okay, so how do we apply this to a relationship that somebody stays in and they keep doing the same thing, behaving the same way, making the same decisions, and it doesn't get any better?
Keep repeating the same patterns with each other.
You mean, what do you say to such a person who's doing that?
Yeah.
And are they oh, absolutely. Are they coming to you for coaching?
Well, if we've got people in the audience that are in a situation and they're like, I've been in this relationship forever, and it's just not getting any better, and they're curious why it's not getting any better. What can we say to them?
First, I'd say,
because there's a lot of people in this kind of situation and they don't understand why it's not improving.
Right. The biggest thing Lynetta and I have found is it's all about the motivation. You know, if somebody comes to you, people will come to you, I'd say, for one of two reasons. Some people just want to complain and not change.
Right.
So if, you know, you have to be honest. If you just want to complain, but you're satisfied with your ability to complain to people, good for you. Have a nice life. And none of us are going to be able to help you. That's the bottom line. We only, and I assume it's absolutely the same for you, work with motivated people. People who basically put their foot down and say, enough is enough. I will not keep living this life. This is a waste of my life force. I want so much more in my life. I want to be more of a contribution in the world. I want to be more loved. I want to be more empowered. So it's like, if somebody is willing to say that, and at the same time say, I don't know what to do, that's fine. But they have to have that motivation pushing them to say, you know what? I'm not willing to keep doing this anymore. That's the first step.
Or the other person has changed and think they shouldn't have to change.
Oh, yeah, that's good. But the thing is, it takes two to tango. So there is, if you're in that situation, you think, well, they're not motivated, but I am, then
there's still possibilities.
Yeah, there's still possibilities in that.
Yeah, because there are, you know, we all have great techniques for relationships, all kinds of communication tools, intimacy tools, so many things that we share, all three of us, with our clients. And there are some things that one partner can do, and their partner will then notice an immediate change. Like, one of the most basic techniques we use is acknowledgments.
Yeah.
And, you know, we've taught somebody how to do an acknowledgement, and like immediately their partner like had tears in their eyes because nobody had ever spoken to them so beautifully.
You know, it's really powerful to show an example, you know, because we could talk about this and explain, but to show an example of acknowledgments would be really beneficial for the listeners.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, what would you like to acknowledge me for, honey?
So first of all, I want to acknowledge Nicki.
Absolutely.
So Nicki, you have found that when you got into, you shared with us that when you got into love coaching and how much it had helped you in your own life, and you're like, I heard the excitement in your voice. You're like, oh my gosh, this is helping me so much. I want to help other people. So you started this show that we're on right now, and you're coaching people through having more loving relationships, and you're helping other people to have that aha experience like you did. And I want to acknowledge you for like being unstoppable. You also mentioned once you got on this track, you were unstoppable with you know, transformation and creating a whole new life for yourself. So I really want to acknowledge your unstoppableness, your courage, your love, your commitment.
And I want to add in how deeply satisfying you find it when you share something and then somebody comes back to you with tears in their eyes or their voice about how that one little thing you shared has totally transformed their life.
Thank you.
And how much that just totally hits you. Yeah.
And you see, in this interaction, even if you were not if you're the partner that we're talking about in this example, if our listeners have a partner that's not really interested in growing, you know, right just yet, but once they hear an acknowledgement like that, oh my goodness, it just softens the heart, and you'll see them just open up, and they'll be like, wow, this feels great. And when they enjoy the benefits of their partner, you know, using these tools like acknowledgments, then they may get curious and go, okay, what are you up to?
What did you do?
What did you do?
Somebody tell you to say that to me?
How come you're so different? Yesterday you were complaining all day. Today you're acknowledging me.
Yep.
Well, and it shows that not only did Mark ask me the question, but both of you listened to my answers.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Essential relationship techniques right there.
Active listening.
Asking great questions and listening, but not just listening and parroting back, but getting what it really says about the person.
Yeah.
About who they really are. Because we all want to be seen and heard and understood.
And not at a surface level. We want to be seen and heard deeply.
Yeah. We want people to realize how precious our hearts are.
Yeah. And get our essence.
Oh, yeah.